And the second day of Gen Con 2025 is rocking on with yet another person that I'm having an opportunity to talk to on camera at a con for the first time. But we go back a bit with a prior publisher you've worked with, who you are no longer with. So Benji Corliss is with Rebellion Unplugged.
Ba, 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 ba.
And we're going to talk, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on with Rebellion Unplugged.
Yeah.
But we're going to focus on a couple of things that I think my audience is going to be very, very interested in. One of them, I've already started to field, well, I should say received questions, because I can't field them because I don't have the answers. But we're going to get those from you.
Yeah, you got it.
So first off, let's talk about Joyride.
So Joyride is our racing game. It's our cross between Super Mario Kart and Mad Max.
Yep.
It is somewhere between a race and a demolition derby, and the game kind of sits amongst games like Thunder Road Vendetta and Heat, but it is intentionally a lot more bombastic, chaotic, a lot more carnage.
A bit more in your face.
A lot more in your face. Our parent company, they have a lot of British comic book IPs, so we're very fortunate to have a lot of very, very prestigious British illustrators who work on comic books. And one of the illustrators who works on 2000 AD, the Judge Dredd comics, works on Joyride. So we have this beautiful aesthetic for the game, which has given it that like very bombastic look, the like high color, very cool looking. We're very proud of how it looks, but the joy of it is how it plays. It's our favorite game to take to conventions because the system itself is very quick to play. It's very action-packed. It's a push your luck game at its core. You're basically trying to get as many dice as you can, going up gears to go as fast as you can. But the more dice you've got, the harder it is to drive safely. And some of those dice you fix, and you have to use the numbers on them, and some of those dice you'll be rolling. And obviously, the more you roll, the less you know exactly what you'll be doing. But the sweet spot of the game is the cars colliding and smashing into each other.
And there's hazards throughout.
Hazards, you cannot, there's creatures in some of the expansions. There's like a big hippo baboon creature that smashes through some of the boards. Lots of weird stuff. Everything is very crazy.
Okay.
So we've got additional cars, like one of the cars is like part camper van, part pirate ship. It's all that kind of carnage. The game itself is my favorite thing to run at cons because you get a group of 4 people, it's really quick to get to the table, it's got a really nice table presence because it looks beautiful, and it's a game that makes people smile because it's got so much action in it. It's great.
Keep your fingers crossed, folks. Maybe I will actually be able to bring you a video review of some Joyride in the future.
I'm up for that. I would like that.
Maybe.
I would like to make that happen.
Well, with the other publisher I've reviewed stuff, yeah. Your prior employer. Okay, so next thing, well, actually, before we move on, one thing that has impressed me so far is Joyride's got a lot of expansions out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of bits, a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
We're trying to cater to all players who have different needs, right, and have different wants. So we have just like a base box if you want to play for 2 players. It's got a slightly smaller map and it's designed to be a smaller experience. But the core box has 2 to 4 players and new cars, and intentionally the box is designed to be mix and match. So you can use the cars from one box in the other.
Sure.
You can use all the equipment, you can use that over. Our new game that we've just announced for Gen Con, which is hitting Game Found in November, Joyride Full Throttle goes up to 6 players at a team mode. And again, we are specifically making sure that it's cross-compatible. So 6 new cars, they can all be using the old Joyride stuff. New maps, again, they can use the other Joyride stuff. And we've got ways to link the maps. So you can have like a double board and you can race between the maps, which is really fun, but it takes a huge amount of table space. So it's not for everyone.
Right.
But if you love Joyride, it gives you more joy.
It's more joy.
It's more joy.
To ride.
More joy to ride.
Other thing, which was an announcement that wasn't made too long ago. I know I shared the news about it. A lot of my audience was very excited because a lot of my audience go way back with role-playing games, as I do. And the passing of Rick Loomis and pretty much the shuttering of Flying Buffalo Games, a lot of people thought, well, that's going to be the end of Tunnels and Trolls.
Yeah.
We're never going to see Tunnels and Trolls again. But that's not the case because we've got Tunnels and Trolls coming from Rebellion Unplugged.
Yes, and we're very excited. We've been working on the project for quite a long time. We've been really trying to make sure and are still working on making sure that the product is the best thing that it can be before we get it out to people. So up until this Gen Con, we've been very secretive about it. When we took over Tunnels and Trolls, we wanted to firstly make sure that we were looking after Tunnels and Trolls heritage and what Tunnels and Trolls is. Tunnels and Trolls is a game that's been going for literal decades, and in our opinion has been built off of the back of the community. The community were incredible at building their own zines, building their own culture for the game, adding their own supplements for it, and it's that really created this this game that's had a real legacy to it. So to let that die would have been a real disservice to not only the game but the creators as well.
It would be a real shame.
Yeah.
It really would. It'd be a tragedy, actually, in my opinion. But
and I think the system itself, I think, definitely feels a little dated now compared to modern sensibilities. So what we wanted to do, we wanted to take the game and update it for modern sensibilities. Original Tunnels and Trolls was created to be in a conversation with what Dungeons & Dragons was doing in the late 70s, early 80s.
Yes.
So our goal with this version is to take the best things from those original games and to make our game in conversation with what role-playing, which is now a huge industry, is doing now. So we're looking beyond what Dungeons & Dragons is doing, and our goal is to make a game that's very accessible, something that people can pick up and play and have those joyful, fun moments that old TNT gave like 14-year-olds who are passing around zines at school that they printed themselves. We want to be able to do some of that stuff and sort of embrace what modern role-playing zines and games are doing now. So we're trying to streamline the rules and make them a bit cleaner and a bit more modern, but like I say, trying to keep that core of what made TNT fun.
And interesting little side note, you had mentioned role-playing games.
Yeah.
Rick Loomis from Flying Buffalo Games actually coined that term in regards to Tunnels and Trolls. It was sold as a role-playing game. TSR did not come up with that. Dungeons and Dragons did not come up with that. It was Rick Loomis who came up with that. A lot of people don't know that.
I think what's amazing is that that core group of people who worked on those early games have had such an impact. I've met so many people here at Gen Con in the last 2 days who've come over, they've seen Tunnels and Trolls, and the first thing they say is, oh, I met the people who worked on this. I've played this, I've been playing this for decades, but I have a personal connection to it.
Yes.
I was on a forum somewhere and they helped me, or I was at a con, or I was at a gaming event, and it's that connection that's so important that we don't want that to die.
And it is Tunnels and Trolls a new age.
Exactly.
So it is a new age of Tunnels and Trolls.
Exactly, and we do want to bring this to a new audience. We don't just want to cater to older fans, otherwise we'd be making a nostalgia reprint.
Right, you would have just reprinted the last edition.
Exactly, and I'll say it here to be very clear, we are doing everything we can to make sure that all the old Tunnels and Trolls games will be available and remain available. Because for us, those things are heritage.
Right.
So we are doing everything we can to keep those on sale, because we're now the parent looking after those games.
Of course.
But we also want to bring new people into that. So we have this new age that's trying to create something new to bring people in. And we're hoping that in a year's time, when I see you next, we will be able to be talking about maybe an OGL and being able to have something where people can adapt old rules to new rules to old rules, and so that people can make their own content for the game and start working on something and make it feel like it's theirs.
Of course. Now, another thing about Tunnels and Trolls that has been a big deal since practically the beginning.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
Is the solitaire play.
It's exactly what I thought you were going to say.
I know this stuff. Yeah, the cells are still working a little bit up there. And I do believe that is not something you're going to abandon.
Correct. We are working on solo, and I'm very excited because I'm a big solo RPG guy. It's one of the things that I think is the most innovative in role-playing games right now that other games systems just aren't quite doing like role-playing is doing. Solo board games are a completely different beast, right?
Yeah.
And Tunnels and Trolls was basically one of the first things that was really doing that in role-playing. And I've met so many people who didn't know that Tunnels and Trolls was a multiplayer normal role-playing game.
Right.
They only saw the solo stuff, because in some places all you could buy were the solos.
Right.
So that's what they experienced of the game. So we have those coming. We're very excited to be working on a couple of them. They will be in a similar format, so they are like a choose your own adventure plus kind of feel. But the important thing is you use your characters from your core game in your solos. So if you want, you can just run a solo campaign. But if you want to have a side quest with your characters, you can do that.
Nice.
And I think there's something really nice about understanding that gaming groups have the best intentions, and we all sit down and say, at session 0, we're going to meet every week and it's going to be the best thing ever. And then the next week, 2 guys are like, actually, I got
Wow, that was the
commitments."
longest campaign I've had an
Yeah,
opportunity
incredible.
to run. It ran 3 sessions.
Yeah. So
Yes.
our solos are basically trying to
Benji,
fill in
you're
some
so
of that gap.
funny, I tell you.
And the idea is that you can basically go on a side quest, and if everybody else isn't able to come to the game, you can side quest, and in a couple of weeks' time, you come off your side quest from your solo adventures, and you join the group again.
Nice. Very cool.
Very excited.
Anything else you'd like to show? Oh, you know, I have one last
Yeah.
question about Tunnels and Trolls.
Yeah.
When can people start keeping their eyes open for it?
So, Gen Con is the first time that we have our Alpha Quick Start rules available. We are on our 1.1 edition, and our goal is to get that out to as many people as we can who want to help build that game with us as a community.
Okay.
So they are available for free online as a print and play. We have a PDF. All you need to do is sign up to our mailing list. We have what we're calling the Game Masters Guild, Tunnels and Trolls Game Masters Guild. You sign up there, and we have regular updates with the latest version of the game. And it has, I'll grab this.
Yep.
It has the Alpha Quick Start rules, which we have physically here at the show. And we're doing our best to update these and slowly change them. And these will then become the bigger and bigger game.
Sure.
Obviously, we're working on the game in full, but this is what we have publicly right now,
Right.
as sort of a proof of concept for people to see.
And you know, I have a copy of that, so I think maybe on one of my live shows, I'll share it with the audience. so
Oh,
they
that'd
can
be
get a
glorious.
look.
That'd be good. That'd be good.
Anyway, last thing was, are there any final thoughts you'd like to share with the audience?
Ooh, that's a big one. So,
Anything maybe we didn't tackle you want to mention?
I've got 2 things I'd like to mention. Firstly, Rebellion. Our goal here is to make cool stuff.
Right.
And I want to share that with as many people as possible, because there's not many companies who are just single vision, and that single vision is just make cool stuff.
Right.
So our goal with Tunnels and Trolls, for example, that's on my mind, is we aren't putting this out until it's cool and ready.
Right.
And we're doing that with people. And the second thing is, it's lovely to actually meet you in person.
Yeah, well, that's true.
It's been too long.
Yeah, it's like I said, when you were with the previous publisher, we emailed all
Yeah.
the time, back
Yeah.
and forth.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And then, funny enough, you left there, and I've never heard from them again.
I'm sure you will.
Maybe. All right, excellent. Once again,
This is great.
Very nice to meet you, Benji.
Nice to meet you too.
Have a great show.
Thank you very much.